right, I took pictures of what they're doing, which is she's in position for them to fly over the building. They're doing a cartwheel because I'm capturing so early, but you need to see where she's stalking. She's monitoring with the Ontario City Hall. Here's my shot in front of me and to the side. This is the Ontario City Hall. Has commercial planes flying over it. There's no airports over here. There are no planes that are doing cartwheels over the parking lot of the City Hall in the same way when they're flying over this walkway while I'm seated at the library. This is positioning for stalking with light. This is SECURITAS that's engaging in criminal activity right now. She's engaged in criminal monitoring. She's monitoring me over here where the demons are stalking with plane after plane after plane. It is currently 6:14 a.m. and this is what the entity is doing as you're looking at the mentally ill objective of stalking with light. They're doing so while the entity keeps a fake sun, as I've also shown in this area. This is the entity that's engaged in this. This is the Ontario City Hall, Paul Leon. This is criminal activity that the mayor is engaged in while the entity is stalking at that City Hall with the people of the state in concert with the city that's engaged in that criminal activity together. There are no takeoffs here. None. The entity is engaging in the pattern, the same thing at Campus and Hope Boulevard, engaging in cartwheels, FedEx, UPS, and the entity that is gang stalking Southwest Airlines over that intersection, engaging in what is stalking at that intersection, doing the same thing at the Stater Brothers, where the people of the state are stalking in the path with light. This is P.O.C. and that's the fake moon right here. This is the entity that is indeed targeting. You're looking at all the hallmarks. When the entity engages in the pattern of, this is facilitation. They're stalking and monitoring together. Audible activity, relevant positioning, light activity. And this is the Ontario John Stewart Senior Citizen Apartment Complex where the airport is maintaining serial flight and where the so-called security guard is sharing in that ongoing public nuisance. They're monitoring together under the light source, speaking to the bullseye where the targeting conduct is underway. And this is no security guard. These are not security guard services. This is surveillance. AGS is stalking with light when I'm showing you that light activity and they're pacing in and out of the section of the library and that light's all on the ceiling and on the wall. They're doing that while they are pacing with light, while the entity is stalking with commercial planes and maintaining a method of light activity under the fake moon. The entity AGS is doing that in Fontana under the fake sun. The entity that's engaging in, this is City of Ontario, City of Fontana, as I'm showing you the pattern of conduct. They're doing that as an entity. And by the way, the City of Fontana is stalking with commercial planes over my head at the Fontana Lewis Library. There's not even an airport in Fontana. This is the entity that is clearly stalking. This is P.O.C. because this is relevant ways in which SECURITAS in particular is going to be federally prosecuted. This is severe mental illness. Severe mental illness, even while they drive away as I document and while this predator sits here and is being documented. This is severe mental instability. This is a demon-possessed person. The conduct with the light centering around the light is the evidence of that mental illness. And the airport, Paul Leon's being removed from criminal activity that I'm subject to, including stalking me by helicopters and by the commercial airlines in the City of Ontario, is removing him from office. He's engaging in that. He's also liable for it and being unfit to be in office while an American citizen is subject to that in the City of Ontario. This is P.O.C., which again, the demons that are in these positions are not ignorant of. This is the evidence that's going to remove them from those positions. It is the pattern of conduct. It is currently 6:17 a.m. The entity is concentrating this plane activity. This is what they're doing at the Stater Brothers. This is what they're doing yesterday at Campus and Holt. This is what they're doing while I am remaining at any location such as the B&G Plaza, while I am traveling, walking through the neighborhood. This is what they're concentrating over the Ontario City Hall. Don't forget this, because this is also where the entity is keeping the fake sun and the fake moon. This is that pattern of conduct. And it centers around the people of the state that are subservient. This is the beast system. P.O.C. Alrighty, that's the entity that's engaging in that conduct. I want you to see where the entity is hovering with planes. They're flying miles the airport to then engage in hovering over my location. Stalking, by definition. This is the mentally ill behavior. Andy Wapner, the gang members on the Ontario Airport Board and the executive team are responsible for the criminal activity that the people of the state, just like the Ontario Police Department are. They're engaged in, they're doing so while I am capturing this pattern of conduct underway in Pomona, California, in Fontana, California. And the airlines are being federally prosecuted as terrorists. They're stalking in furtherance of murder. Okay, but their failed conspiracy is it's already foiled and they're still engaging in it. So now you are able to educate about how the beast system operates, how the government is monitoring you, and how the people of the state are subservient to that. These are demon-possessed people that are monitoring, and they're doing so together, the sky space and on the ground. This is what they're doing with regard to what is not traffic. It's not traffic when they're creating light activity on the roads and the highways. They're pacing. And the entity is doing the same thing in the sky space under things like the fake moon and the fake sun that you see over me. And the people of the state will be prosecuted. As they act with the Ontario police, it's criminal summoning. As they act with the Ontario International Airport, it's that same criminal pattern of conduct, which is also psychologically harmful. Securitas is engaged in years of targeting, and I'm going to prosecute them and all the demons that they hired to gang stalk me. I'm going to prosecute all of them, okay? This one with the bad wig and all the rest of them that engaged in kidnapping over the years with the Ovid Family Community Library. This is P.O.C. This is surrounding. Nobody's there. Now someone is there. This is stalking in the path. Studying their devices. This is what the demons are doing. And they're all vagina monitors, all of them. Violent sex offenders, including under the age of majority. That's what you saw last night. Okay? This 12-and-a-half-year-old with ashy kneecaps stalking in the middle of the night. That's what the people of the state are breeding. This is what they share in. And this is the government. This is the government's handiwork. Pollyanna is being removed from office as I'm exposing public corruption, which is a threat to an American citizen, and it is a violation of human rights. P.O.C. The senior citizen complex is the basis where they're engaging in this conduct. This is violating clear zoning rules. This is a multifamily zone. No airport is maintaining flights like this. The entity is doing the same thing with the police department. The reason why the senior citizen complex is not placing any complaints about their violation of quiet enjoyment and the area is because the senior citizens are gang stalking in Ontario. That's why. This is P.O.C. It is, again, like I stated, when you're seeing the people of the state gang stalking 6:20 a.m. P.O.C.